You guys see it over here to the side. Nike's pending layoffs. So yesterday they announced that they are going to do layoffs over the course of the next 3 years, and it's going to basically streamline the company. The Nike pending layoffs show a brand unlike any Nike the industry has ever seen. I'm not, something's not quite right. And I base it on the fact that you have a leader that is from PayPal. He's not a part of the Nike family tree. John Donahoe is an outsider in a sense. So his focus on direct sales, it feels a lot different than what Mark Parker's focus was as the president and CEO of Nike. And I think the focus on direct sales from the Donahoe era has been detrimental to the brand momentum. And the result is this Nike that is still the most profitable and powerful sneaker company in the footwear industry. But it sounds unlike anything I've ever seen from Nike. And that's covering Nike for a long time now. I've never seen Nike sound like this. What Nike sounds like is big tech. And I'm going to click on this because this article on NPR, you can read through it and you'll be like, yeah, you know what? Nike sounds a lot like big tech. That's not what Nike has ever looked or sounded like. So if you take a moment and you read through that post on NPR about tech layoffs and tech company layoffs, if you take Nike and insert it into that same conversation on Meta and Google, Alphabet, the commentary looks almost identical. The difference is tech company layoffs were an adjustment to the post-quarantine hiring boom, right? Nike, it feels to me, is adjusting to mismanagement and a struggling U.S. market. So in their report yesterday, these were the statements. Wholesale revenues, $7.1 billion, down 2% on a reported basis and down 3% on a currency neutral basis. Revenues for the Nike brand, $12.9 billion, up 1% compared to the prior year and flat on a currency neutral basis as currency neutral growth in APLA and Greater China was offset by declines in North America. And I bold printed that offset by declines in North America. The growth in Greater China comes from the fact that China literally just reopened less than a year ago. So the quarantine aspect of what happened in China is much different than what happened in the United States. So you're going to see this growth in China because things reopened and Nike started to pick up those sales again. It's not because China's growing in response to this great product that Nike is putting out there. That's not the reason why. All right. So, and when you see that offset by declines in North America and EMEA, you got some issues. Okay. So revenues for Converse, and Converse is beginning to look a lot like Reebok in a sense when it was doing pretty well. Down 11% compared to the prior year and down 13% on a currency neutral basis due to declines in North America and Europe, partially offset by growth in Asia. So I did a prediction. Before Nike did this report, I did a prediction. And in that prediction, this is what I wrote. I said, when Nike was able to focus on marketing as opposed to distribution, they were stronger and more agile. On December 21st, Nike reports earnings. Expect, and this is what I wrote, reduced margins, but don't be surprised by less inventory. Nike sneakers are still selling even in this difficult retail environment. Expect Nike to highlight brand partners more than they have in the last 4 years. Nike must lean heavily on its brand doors and to clean up the business. But until they stop attempting to be a consumer direct acceleration brand and become what they've always been, which is a great wholesale partner and an advertising wonder, Nike will continue to follow their fans instead of leading them. And that was my prediction. So I assumed that they would talk a lot about their brand partners and they would focus on the fact that they are cleaning up inventory. Because, like I said, Don't be surprised by less inventory. And what were the inventory reports? So how did my prediction play out? I was correct about the following aspects. Inventories for Nike were 8 billion, down 14% compared to the prior year, reflecting a decrease in units. So I was right about that. Demand creation expense. I said that Nike needs to become a marketing team again. 1.1 billion, up 1%, reflecting an increase in marketing expense. I was spot on there. And then from Footwear News, it shows North America revenues were down 3% in Q2, with wholesale in the region down 9%. I don't really look at the international market because I'm not there and I don't have branches all over the place. I really only focus on the U.S., so I was right about revenues and margins. And this is what's, I'm getting to the big part that you really need to listen to. All right? For me, the way Nike speaks is extremely important, extremely important. And it's the reason we always look at Nike as this amazing growth company that is just strong. The layoff language is emblematic of tech strategy. The layoff language, the language from Nike in the quarterly report yesterday. Let me read this. Layoffs are always an easy way of recapturing revenue, and it shows the willingness of a company to do the hard, difficult work. In tech, layoffs are explained in this manner. The belt tightening is meant to send a message to shareholders at a time when tech companies have seen their stock prices plunge. Now, that's from Sam Abulsamid, an analyst at Guidehouse Insights. And he continued and he said this: what they're saying is we are being prudent. We want to get back on a growth path. We don't want to continue to spend money needlessly. Now, that's Sam explaining big tech layoffs. That's Sam explaining big tech layoffs. Now, compare that to the explanation, right, that was given from Matt Friend and John Donahoe yesterday. So from Nike, here are the words from Nike, and listen closely. And this is Matt Friend first. Nike's second quarter financial performance was a turning point in driving more profitable growth. As we look ahead to a softer second half revenue outlook, we remain focused on strong gross margin execution and disciplined cost management. That's from Matt Friend. John Donahoe finished up with this: we see an outstanding opportunity to drive long-term profitable growth, said Donahoe. Today, we are embracing a company-wide journey to invest in our assets of greatest potential, increase the pace of our innovation, and accelerate our agility and responsiveness. Now, I highlighted certain words from those two quotes: discipline, agility, and responsiveness. Discipline, agility, and responsiveness. The language of tech is one of reacting. The language that made Nike what it is has always been one of action. By my recollection, and I may be wrong, Nike has never sounded like this and spoken of discipline, agility, and responsiveness. By comparison, Nike is facing the same headwinds that they faced in the years of 2014 to 2016, when we remember Adidas jumped over the Jumpman, or Adidas was surging and doing all of these amazing things. The way Nike used to speak is a completely different thing than what we're hearing and reading now. This is how Nike used to speak. And I want you to pay very close attention to 2016, as it represents Nike, and this is important, heading into a critical Olympic year. So Q2 2016 is comparable to Q2 2024. And listen to the language when we get there, all right? Old Nike would have delivered some discussion on sport and athletes, especially with the recent signing of Sha'Carri Richardson, in an upcoming Olympic season, which could see incredible growth by rivals like On Running, Hoka, Brooks, and New Balance. Nike would have sounded like this. And these notes are pulled from Q2 of each year since 2015. 2015, our strong second quarter results once again demonstrate Nike is a growth company. Said Mark Parker, president and CEO of Nike Inc. The power of our portfolio continues to unlock growth as we keep a laser focus on our biggest opportunities. The breadth and depth of that portfolio has helped us consistently deliver strong results quarter after quarter, year after year. That sounds like Nike. 2016, the Olympic year. Our strong Q2 growth and profitability show that Nike continues to drive real momentum through the category offense by going deep with consumers by sport and serving them completely. Sport, serving them, said Mark Parker, president and CEO Nike Inc. And our powerful global portfolio of businesses combined with strong financial discipline. And there's the one time you see a comp to the word discipline, but you have the word strong right before financial discipline. Continue to drive significant shareholder value. We see tremendous opportunity ahead as we enter an Olympic and European Championships year with the full pipeline of inspiring innovation for athletes everywhere. Athletes, again, athletes. You hear the sound of that? That's 2016. 2017, Nike's ability to attack the opportunities that consistently drive growth over the near and long term is what sets us apart, said Mark Parker, chairman, president, and CEO of Nike. Sets us apart. With industry-defining innovation platforms, highly anticipated signature basketball styles, and more personalized retail experiences on the horizon, we are well positioned to carry our momentum into the back half of the fiscal year and beyond. And remember, in 2017, they introduced React 270, Zoom X. They had the Breaking 2 event. 2017 was pivotal, and it was an amazing year for them. And you hear words like attack the opportunities, sets us apart. 2018. This quarter, led by our consumer direct offense, we accelerated international growth and built underlying momentum in our domestic business, said Mark Parker, chairman, president, and CEO. For the back half of the fiscal year, Nike's innovation lineup is as strong as it's ever been and will continue to actively shape retail through new differentiated experiences. Everything here. Notice the difference in tone and language, and you begin to see the difference in what Nike was and what it is becoming. When I pull the words in bold that I put in bold print, they were not in bold print on Nike's website. When I pull the words in bold from Mark Parker from 2015 to 2018, this is how it reads. Listen. Strong. We keep a laser focus, drive real momentum, powerful global portfolio. We see tremendous opportunity ahead as we enter an Olympic and European Championships year with a full pipeline of inspiring innovation for athletes everywhere. Attack the opportunities. What sets us apart? Actively shape. The language of the athlete can be seen in every report from Nike in the past. The language of safety and saying the correct thing seems to emanate from the brand today. Nike's indecisiveness in marketing and product has moved the brand to a point where they follow the market versus creating the market. The language in Q2 2024, net report, it doesn't inspire confidence. It's reactionary and it's soft. Nike has lost its edge and the language is clear. This is no longer the brand of athletes and excitement. It's a disciplined, slow-moving company with potential that responds. And here are the words from Friend and Donahoe from their Q2 2024 report yesterday. Here are the bold print words. Softer, disciplined cost management, embracing, greatest potential, increase the pace of our innovation, and accelerate our agility and responsiveness. This is not the Nike that we've known. There's something that's not quite right, and you can see it in the language. Sid, hope you guys have a fantastic holiday weekend. I won't be doing a whole lot of this. You won't see a whole lot from me, but I hope everyone eats well and enjoys the time with family and friends. If you don't get anything, only think about the fact that you're doing well enough to sit here and watch this on YouTube, which means that you have a roof over your head and you have a phone and you have technology and you have heat. There are people who do not have those things. Think about them. Don't think about yourself. If you can give of your time and help someone else. I'll see you guys on the next one. I might do something before the new year, probably will, more than likely. But if not, I'll see you guys soon.